I had the music muted the whole time. First day back streaming in a year. And shout out Streamlabs giving me a notification. Your microphone's muted. Yeah, no shit. Hey, been a while, huh? I think Twitch's count 10 months. Yeah, just had a bunch of stuff going on. We'll kind of cover it here, but I figure I'm not that interesting to just sit and watch and do a Yap stream. So we'll do the build and battle mode of the TCG while we do that. So if you're unaware, build and battle mode is this kind of like limited, almost like pre-con type format. And they just introduced it to the TCG live online a month ago or so. But it's basically what you do with pre-releases in person. So I figure it could be a fun little thing to do while we yap and catch up. Don't downplay myself. I think being honest and downplaying are two different things. Yeah, so you exchange one of these event tokens. If you get 3 wins, I think, you get it back. So I've also got 1 million of them because you get them for doing in-person events, and you can buy them with the in-game currency that I have more than I know what to do with. So, alright, looks like we got the Toxtricity pre-con. It's pretty good, pretty versatile. We'll see what we pull from the packs. I've also never done this mode before, so I don't know how building and stuff's gonna work well. I don't even know if I'm like, my camera's in a good corner of the screen. We'll figure that out. Hi, Watson. Mimikyu Sableye. Okay, that'll be a good one. Round on Cage. I don't think we really need in a pre-con type situation. There is also the idea that we just throw away the pre-con deck if we get something crazy that we can work with here. Just like a busted EX or something. We'll figure it out. Another Tox. Arch, Cerulege, Tauros, Low Kicks, Piloswine. Oh, I got full Art Ignition energy. It'd be nice to jam in there for some surprise attacks. Alright, nothing crazy. I think we'll probably just end up going mostly dark with this. We can splash in the Sableye, I would guess. That's about it. Couldn't go to Chaos Rising, so this was a good sub. Yeah. Alright, we want to edit deck, I think. Yeah. Alright, so pretty cool. Make a Dragalge pile win? Yeah, seriously. Hi Watson. Yeah. He's being a needy boy. Alright, let's flash in the Sableye because we can use it when we have the Crocodile on the bench. And we got an extra Sandile we can throw in there. We might just end up cutting that again, we'll see. We have an extra Tox, but we only have 2 Toxels, so that's probably not worth it. It's a weird way to build it. I'm used to building it in person, which is a lot easier. You lay everything out in front of you and stuff. Yeah, Watson with the all. He's being very cuddly and good right now. I worry in a little bit that he'll start causing. Dude, you are the definition of on time but not desired. He started slipping off my shorts because I'm just wearing basketball shorts and they're just, you know, slippery. They don't really have much traction. So he decided to dig his claws into my thigh in order to not fall. God, dude, I love you, but you are really stupid sometimes. Round's not worth using because we don't have more things with round. What is that display in the closet in the background? That is some of my organizing. So the ones that you're looking at that you can see the actual cards in, that's my they're little drawers, and I have them for the for trainers, for my stamped stuff from the prize packs, and then for my special kinds of energy, my stamped energy, my hollow energy, stuff like that. Because those are like the bulk that I'm like gonna interact with the most, right? So, oh, I forgot we do get Grimsley's move, but we don't really have a dark type that we care about doing that. I guess we could throw in the extra toxicity because we have a Grimsley's move. To throw in the extra tox. Oh, it has to be that art. Okay, annoying. One day I'll create a better system for mine. It's taken me a while to get here. It's still not perfect. Lily's Brock's switch. We'll want all of those. Candy will want that. 12's a lot, but honestly, yeah, let's cut the extra Sandile. We really don't need it. And otherwise, I think we just cut a couple energy and run with this. Okay. Let's rock it. Alright, so yeah, let's catch up. As I mentioned, it's been, I'm not, what, 10 months, 11 months, something like that. It was like the end of summer last when I was streaming last. And kind of around that time, started having a lot of trouble with, like, sleeping and energy throughout the day and stuff like that. And that was kind of the big reason that I, L plus ratio plus fell off of streaming. Was just I didn't have the energy throughout the day. You know, work for 8 hours in the day kind of beats you down, and then you come home and I'm like, I just don't feel like streaming. So we are against the Flygon, so we do have to worry about decking out here. And so that went on for a little bit, and, you know, at first I was just like, oh, it's whatever, I'm probably just not sleeping well. And then it was like weeks of that, and I was like, this feels like a problem. Oh, cool, first time chat. Enjoy your band. But yeah, I was just like, you know, this is starting to get old. Mods on point, otherwise known as me. I just clicked out of the window. Sick. So many Pokemon in that we missed the Ducks Ball. But yeah, I was like, I should talk about this. And around the same time, I don't know if it was like Bader Meinhof effect or something, but like I feel like a couple people brought up like sleep apnea, and I was like, well, what if? So I did look into it. I talked to my doctor and was like, hey, like, I haven't been sleeping well and stuff. And he's like, okay, let's do an at-home sleep test. And I did the multitask on point, thank you. I did the at-home sleep test, and it was like, oh yeah, homie, you probably have sleep apnea. You want to know how we know you have sleep apnea? You are having 20 events, whatever they call it, interruptions to breathing or whatever. 20 events an hour. Not a night, an hour. So every 3 minutes, I would have some obstruction to my breathing. So it was like, yeah, you probably can't sleep well because of this. You're probably not getting deep into REM because of this. And I was like, yeah, that kind of tracks. I feel like that tracks. I think we're going to just raw rip the Grimsleys and hope we can hit a Toxicity here. We hit the Crocodile. That's kind of good. So it's like, yeah, you're having an episode every 3 minutes, and I was like, that's, yeah, I should get that checked out or get that worked on. They did at least give me the tip that it was apparently like 4 times as often when I was sleeping on my back than I was sleeping on my side. So I immediately trained myself to sleep on my side by like grabbing a pillow. But that is, can't retreat and it's poisoned. Okay. But then it was the kind of thing where it's like, well, now that we've done this, we have to send you to a sleep specialist, and then that sleep specialist has to send to your insurance that, hey, this thing seems necessary. And so it took until just before Christmas, and mind you, I went to my primary care doctor like second week of September. It took just before Christmas to get that to get me a CPAP machine, to get that sorted out. So you gotta love the American healthcare system. But once it was sorted, holy cow! I don't say this as a pun. I don't say this as a joke, but it does make a good pun. Night and day difference, and just how much energy and just like everything I had during the day. Yeah, if it's not gonna like damage, right? So if we die If he just lets us die to the poison here, Vengeful Fang is not a good attack. Also, first dog, I see your switch the drink. I have no drink in front of me. But what I do have is a cat on my lap, so we don't touch the cat. I will switch the drink to... I'll grab my water bottle when it makes sense. But for now, Watson's being a cuddle bug. Yeah, so that was kind of the big thing of my fall. I had some other things going on in the fall, just, you know, busy life things. That happens. But the biggest thing was just, yeah, I had no energy throughout the day because of that issue. And finally got it resolved right around Christmas time. So I was like, okay, cool. Maybe, you know, New Year, I'll start streaming again kind of thing. And then I was all ready to get back to that streaming stuff. And, yeah, so yeah, forgot what I want to do here. The big thing to talk about. So, Watson's on my lap. He is doing well. He does not have a sister anymore. Artemis, who you saw in previous streams, she started having some medical issues. That we went, you know, she's breathing heavy. We took her to the vet. The vet was like, oh, there's fluid in her lungs. Take her to the ER. We took her to the ER, and it wasn't fluid in her lungs. It was fluid actually outside of her lungs, in her thoracic cavity, in her chest. And what we figured out after doing some testing, you know, chemical testing and stuff, was that it's a fluid called chyle. CHYLE. And it's basically, it's in your lymph system, in your lymphatic system, and it's supposed to be there and not in your chest cavity. So she had a leak somewhere. And so we were scheduling appointments, trying to figure that out. You know, keeping an eye on making sure that she was breathing well, and that she had a couple times she got that fluid drained as it kind of built back up again. And then one night, very unexpectedly, I should say, she had an episode, seizure type thing, and passed. We did the best we could. We rushed her to the emergency room at around 3 a.m. But they couldn't save her. And so it was really tough. And like I said, stream-wise, I wasn't streaming because at the time, I was just looking at sorry, it's tripping over my own words. At the time that I was looking to get back into streaming, that was when she started having medical issues, and it was like, well, I just want to, you know, take care of my girl, make sure she's okay. And then when she passed, it was like, well, now we're going to need some time. And especially when it comes to streaming, needed some time to think about that, figure out, because I had just been in contact with my emote artists about getting more emotes, including ones of Artemis. I just didn't really know how to handle that, and so it's just a lot, you know. And so, yeah, it's that kind of changed things for the sorry, also trying to play here. I think I lose. Kind of changed things for the summer. Or the spring, sorry. So at first, the idea was, you know, it's like, we have a 2 cat limit on, or 2 pet limit in our apartment complex. So it's the kind of thing where it was like we had to. We weren't. We were just like, okay, we'll wait and see until, the cat distribution system, as colloquially, affectionately known, just hands us a cat. And so that was the original plan, was just to see if, until somebody had a cat that needed a home, or we found a stray on the street, or et cetera, et cetera. In the meantime, we would have Watson, and he would just be our man in the house. But he actually was kind of what made things change, because he was distraught. Humans, we can we can process, we can handle things. There's a little bit of luxury that comes with the sentience of knowing that death and these things are part of life. He really had a hard time with it, and we're certain that he knew she passed, because he watched it happen. He was there when she kind of had her episode, and we had to take her to the emergency vet, and then she never came home. So he's not dumb, but he was having a hard time. He was having a hard time with her passing. He was having a hard time now that he was alone at home, because he's just an anxious boy. He's stupid. He's a pain in the ass sometimes, but I love him, and he's got some anxiety, and he was really showing some symptoms of that. When it was just him, if Depresso and I would go out for dinner or something, even just an hour out of the apartment, he would be kind of a mess when we came home. So it was that, and then Depresso got themselves a job. There against the Cerulege deck. Depresso got themselves a job, or was in the process of getting themselves a job when this process was going on, but they have that job now. And so it was like, well, now it's going to be an empty apartment for 8 to 10 hours, 4 days a week kind of thing. And he is not going to be able to handle that. So we got to get another cat for him, for his sake. So, sorry, just trying not to lose here. Because this deck can very easily get me. This is probably the best deck of the 4. That's why I say this. Anyway. Yeah, so, we went to an adoption event, and we found a very, very sweet, black kitty. Her name originally was Deb. We were like, Deb is not staying, I'm sorry. So we adopted Hestia. And Hestia is, she's taken a few months to warm up. We got her in end of March, I want to say. And she's taken a bit to warm up. Did we just rip the Grimsleys? No, I think we tried out Lilies for the rare candy. We didn't hit it. Let's go. Sorry, locking the fuck in here. So yeah, we brought her home at the end of March, and she's still taking some time to warm up with humans, but she's been doing it. She instantly warmed up with Watson. We kept them apart and stuff a little bit and made sure everything was copacetic. But when we finally introduced them to each other, she told him off if he got too close. He respected the distance, and yeah, it was Alright, we need to hit a good Grimsley's here. That'll work. That's a good Grimsley's. Yeah, so they've been great. They've been playing with each other. They've been just really it's really good company for each other. And Hestia is finally warming up to the humans too. She's got her own comfort level and stuff, but she's been doing great. So I'm really proud of her for warming up. So yeah, she is the newest member of the family. It is a very big unknown whether you'll see her in streams. She is definitely not at the point where she can be picked up by me to be brought on to stream. It's very much just a oh my god, we hit it again. It's very much just a at her own comfort level kind of thing. So we do have one more crocodile, so it makes sense to actually attach there too. So maybe she'll run by in the background, but there's definitely not going to be me picking her up and showing her off the camera. It's just not who she is. And that's okay. I don't expect anything of my pets except for them to be comfortable, and whatever that comfort looks like for them. So yeah, that's kind of the long and short of things. There's been some other personal stuff, some family members passing and such, that it's just been a lot of ups and downs, and the return to streaming to me was going to be kind of an energy intensive. I want to focus on things, because it's like, it's not something that's 100% second nature to me. I really enjoy it, but it's not something that I can just like do entirely off the cuff. I do have to think about it. I do want to get, you know, the desk cleaned up a little bit. I want to get the stream, making sure it looks good, and it's not just like looks like crap. And so yeah. Yeah, so that's where we are. And then I guess on a lighter note, I've talked about the bad stuff that I was keeping doing from streaming. The past month or so, I've been going hard in Pokemon TCG. The end of the season happens. It's kind of almost follows like the school year. But the end of the season happens. The season goes from September, August, September kind of thing, to June. I needed to get some more wins under my belt for the end of the season for what they call the Ace Trainer rewards, and so I had to lock in for the last like 2 weeks and do a bunch of cups and stuff. And I did hit that at the last minute, last weekend. And then I had NAIC, the North American Internationals, that I went to last weekend. And that was a blast. It was yeah, just a ton of fun. I played Alakazam. I played a deck that I actually enjoyed rather than feeling like I had to be a slave to the meta, and missed the win and in to day 2, phase 2, whatever we're calling it these days, but still enjoyed myself, had fun. Side events, Depresso found us this super cool hole-in-the-wall jazz bar to go to on Saturday night, and just like, so good. So yeah, it was a really great time. And that's, you know, got that energy, got that reinvigoration back now, and kind of get things going. We are looking for our switch or another energy so that we can do that. So we're not going to send our Sturge until we draw that energy. Yeah. So we're going to get back to streaming. Ashwin Game, how are you looking at the deck building format? This is the format that they use for pre-releases, so I'm very familiar with it. I really enjoy it in pre-releases because you can lay stuff out. It's a little bit more awkward on the computer, but it's just like, I don't know. It reminds me of playing when I'm a kid, and you just play with whatever random crap you pull, and there's not really a whole lot of strategy to it. Now, obviously, with the pre-constructed decks, it's not totally random, but it's still a lot of fun. He is Lilying, trying to find that energy retrieval. Yep. But yeah, what's streaming gonna look like? Doors, Zach, whatever you want to call me. Are you going to be back to it? Yes, I do want to get back to it on a more regular basis. I still don't think I'm ever going to have a set stream schedule, set times, set days that I stream, etc. It's just not really the vibe that I want. I just want to hang out. I just want to hang out when it makes sense, when I have the energy to. And so we are getting our asses handed to us, by the way. But yeah, it'll just be kind of when I go live. That said, I do have some ideas for upcoming streams, some games that I want to play. I do want to kind of start. I don't know if it's going to be like a series or if it's going to be like a set day kind of thing. But just the thing that's sticking in my mind is what I think I'm going to call Finish Games Friday, which I know obviously today is Friday. This doesn't count. But I think like Friday streams going forward are going to be no new games, no like currently in progress series. Like if we're playing something on Tuesday, it's not going to be done on Friday. What Friday is going to be is me getting my ass in gear and going back to games that I have just left floundering forever. So, like, a great example is, like, Yakuza 8, or, Like a Dragon 8 Infinite Wealth kind of thing, whatever you want to call it. I just need to get back to that game. And so that's the kind of thing where I might just thrust you into... Why can I not play Grimsley's move? Hello? Wait, that's a hell of a bug. I wanted to play Grimsley's move and try to find a Rock. Can you not play Grimsley's on a first... Oh, you can't use this card during your first turn. Never read it. Rotom TCG knows what's up. Never noticed that about it. I guess it would be kind of cheeky to do that on your first turn, yeah. Yeah, there's no point not to bench everything. But yeah, so Finish Game Friday, the idea is, like, it's just old stuff that I want to just go back and finish. And I'm just going to thrust you into it. So, again, to use the Like a Dragon example, I'm on, like, Chapter 8 of, like, I don't know, 13 or something of that. The story's not going to make any sense. You're not going to understand what's happening. I'm going to play it in Japanese, hell. But yeah, it's just a time to vibe while I just work on games. We can hang out and talk and chat and stuff. So that's the idea behind that kind of thing. But there still will be other like series type things on the channel too. As I mentioned, Depresso got themselves a job. But first of all, everybody congratulate Depresso on getting their very first like pick of a job, like the first one they applied to that they definitely wanted in one of the worst job markets in the history of the country. So, Papa's all around. Do we... Are we just him, chat? This does 20 for each of your Pokemon play. It's a Rondo, so Absol. I don't think we're just him. I think we're gonna take it slow. Fuck, we could have been just him. We top decked the Brox. Oh, we'll still do the Brox. But yes, W employment for real. So yeah, with that, they are working. Their job schedule is 4/10s as opposed to 5/8s. So on days like today when they're working, they're not going to get home between getting off and then coming home with their commute. They're not going to get home until like 7 o'clock local time, whereas I get home at 4:30 to 5. So I will have that kind of window of streaming. Damn, they just had it like that. We're getting Nate on chat. But yeah, I'll have plenty of time to like kind of do that type of stream where we can kind of just fit things in when work schedules make it make sense. Get ready to get sniped, I'm queuing up. Yeah, right. I mean, we pulled, like, nothing from the packs, so, it's not surprising to me that like Toxtricity, which is meant to be a box attacker, is not having a whole lot of friends to box. Yeah, so streams going forward. We're gonna do them. Yay, stream. And also just like, you know, looking at games to play. I'm you guys know me. I'm big on my my like bite-sized like 5-hour indie games these days. So we'll find stuff like that. There'll be a lot of good opportunities for fun stuff. What do we do here? Besides lose. I think we have to set up the next crocodile to be able to hammer in. So... Well, the problem is the limit break's going to kill us if we put damage counters on this guy. We really don't have a great option here. Huh. I do think we just lose. I don't particularly think the Psychic deck was one of the better of the four, but when they could set up the full bench like that to do Alchemy, and all I can do is Vengeful Thing, it certainly works that well. Oh, another stream thing. Got myself a real-ass chair, not the gaming chair. Traded it up for gaming headphones instead. So hopefully this means I'll be a little bit more comfortable and can hang out for longer streams too. Okay, that's what we wanted. We wanted to top deck the Dark Energy. I still think we lose. But at least we can do something about it. So yeah. 8-hour streams? God, no. No, more like I can do a 3-hour stream instead of at an hour and a half being like, my back hurts, I'm old. Watson, behave yourself back there. Yeah? You just gonna sit behind the monitor? You can do that. You just gotta behave yourself back there. Chat, we're so cooked. Unless... Ready? Busted Grimsleys. Nope. Hello? Dude. Perfect climate. Small indie company, a Pokemon company. Anyway, my point was we are going to take out this Alchemy here. Me when I play the game in any capacity, for real. We are going to take out the Alchemy with the Toxtricity, at least get a Pyrrhic victory. They'll knock us out with the Zacian afterwards, but... God, the slow add-on of the damage counters is just like Gardevoir EX flashbacks of when that card first came out and the client made you put it on one at a time. Ugh. Awful. They made updates to the deck builder and stuff, and now they've got like the records on decks, and it's like the game is almost where it should have been when it launched 3 years ago. It's crazy. Hey, you're not being good. Stop it. Chat, hang on. Told him he could stay back there if he was being good, and then he started to bite a twist tie that was on a cord. Did they just show stuff coming out of my rewards? That's mean, dude. Hey, you're gonna get locked out of the room. No, he's right back to the twist tie. Yep. You know, you were being good sitting on my lap. You could have, you know, nice, go stream. But if you are the problem, you are going to be removed. Watson is devious, though. Dude, like I said, he's a little shitter. I love him, though. What's with the synth drums in the song? I do not recall that song. We're listening to the ZA soundtrack, by the way. It's a good soundtrack. But yeah, I don't remember the synth drum. Yeah, I never knew this card could not be played on your first turn. TCG player tries to read the card. Impossible challenge. Get me out of here. We could have Grimslead for shits and giggles, but we should have Grimslead. Oh well. Not like it sees any real play, SMH, yeah. It's, I remember when it first came out, I was like, I'm gonna make a Cinderace, a Hydreigon EX deck, and it's gonna be sick. And then it was not sick, it sucked. If it was as many as you want, not one, then yeah, I could see it being played. Not like the oh my god, we got 2 basics with it. Cool. What was I saying? Like the Mega Delph boxes, where it's just like look at the top 9 and as many as you want, put them on your bench. Don't worry, chat. We'll just do it again, and we'll get the crocodile, and we'll be okay. It's just that easy. We gather in strength? Oh, excuse me. Alright, well, no, you were supposed to be... They never listen! I remember this pre-release because I pulled the Gigazard and was rotting that Halfwing Sarlage. Yeah, it feels like they give you the Zard, or you pull the Zard and they give you the Fire Breathers, and you're like, huh. Yeah, I guess that is what I do. At NAIC, they have this side event they do called Build Metal Trios, which is a team of 3, and you get 3 kits, and then you get to mix and match the kits, too. It's a lot of fun. I've done it both times they've done it when I was there. So this past one, it was Chaos Rising kits. Got 2 of the Delphox, played the Delphoxes pretty much straight, mixing in other cards with it. But then, what the hell? Where are my Toxtricities? Toxtricity deck, by the way. But then, yeah, we, the third one, we went, I think it's the Gudra kit we got, and we were like, nah, that's not it. So we pulled a 1/1 of the Mega Dragalge, and we just made that the deck. We had other stuff in there. There's the Crobat and stuff in case the Dragalge was prized, but I played that in all 3 games. I just set up Mega Dragalge like turn 2, and just poisoned things for 16 damage counters, and all of the precon decks have 160 HP. So I just steamrolled. It was great. I pulled a Mega Heracross Ludicolo line with 3 Jumbo Ice Creams earlier. Felt incredible. All my opponents felt miserable. Yeah, I would imagine when you could just make a tank Heracross, almost like how the Kang deck was, then yeah, it would just be pretty sick. We finally won one, chat. All it took was our opponent bricking to hell, because Lord knows we weren't playing our deck optimally. Okay, pack. Alright, put stuff in the chest this time. As opposed to the last one where it yoinked out my credit. Rude. Yo, this guy likes Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Or just those letters. Oh, first dog, I apologize. I can go switch my drink now. I can get a water. We'll do that after this game before we do our next roguelike run. Also, I think you can just, like, forfeit at any time. So, like, if we do another one where we get the Toxtricity and then we get jack shit, I might just be like, nope, reroll. Because, like I said, I have a million of these credits. I'm not actually here to play, like, for the cards or whatever. I'm here to play for entertainment on stream. So if it's not entertaining, why do it? Hilda. Wonder what he's gonna get. What? No. Gather strength. Fire? Oh. Color me surprised. Ram sort of does fix math, but also not. We're just gonna do this. We'll see. We'll see the Crocodile or a Brock Scouting or something off of this. Sure. We'll make you burn an extra energy. I don't think it actually burns an extra energy, but. And then I actually want this Crocodile powered up so that we don't have to do just the 60 for the revenge hit every time. That would be nice. Not like this. I got the Ceruledge kit 3 times in pre-releases, for this set. And it was like, yeah, either you sit there and you just do like 200 damage every turn, or you just never see a Charcadet. There's kind of no in between with it. I feel like the Flygon is the most interesting to play, even if it's not the most competitive of the 4. It seemed like the best. I mean, on paper, it's like, oh, you're milling a deck and your opponent's deck's only, 25 cards after setup or whatever. But I also think it was just like, nope, not that. I think it's like 130, right? It doesn't hit anything for enough damage. So you kind of just have to play it as the mill. What was that sound effect? Hello? Was there something in stream that I missed? Oh, banger alert. If you don't fuck with Jacint's Electro Swing, you don't fuck with me. Like, how can you hate this? This is a vibe. Oh no, they have to knock out a Crocodile. Oh, the Fire Breather was the other card in their hand. Rip. Well, their hand is 10 fire energy, I think. Or 9, maybe? Yeah, this Tox is dead. We gotta hit the third Crocodile off of the Grimsley's move. And then switch into it. It's just that easy. It's just that easy, chat. Just that easy. I feel like Flygon feels the most consistent coming from the guy who hasn't gotten the Flygon deck yet. Yeah, right. Let's see, what can we do here? How can we scam this? We could do 100 with a Gentle Slap, and then next turn do... Or do we do 60 with Dark Cutter? We do 60 with Dark Cutter, but then we would have to find something else. Or we do 100 with Gentle Slap, and then we have to find something else? Yeah, I mean, that's what I say. Like, do the second Tox, but, like, that requires one more energy. Either way, we have to, like... We have to power up the bench and then switch into it here. But I think this is probably... gives us a better chance of success. We also only have one Darkened deck after this, which is not great. Because it means that if we draw it for turn, then Toxtricity is just dead weight. I think we do this, and we hope that we see the last Grimsleys, I think, is our strategy here. I think that's the only way. The only way that we do that. Because we can't KO with this. I can't attach and retreat because we only have one Darkened deck. We can, you're right. So we have to see Grimsley for Crocodile, and that's our win condition. Oh, streamer client. So close, so close. Still not used to Candy. I should have just cut those things. Get cocky clawed, bitch. Anyway, we just... I'm gonna go get water while we let this play out. Wait, chat, we lost? You guys were supposed to win it. What the hell? Alright, 5 with 5. We won 1. Oh my god, trainer points. I need those. I don't have enough. Is this all the stuff from the packs that I pulled? Is this... Yeah, this is just showing the packs again, isn't it? Yeah, I'm just gonna hit collect all. Got one more of the, stamp promo. Neat. Oh. Oh, there was one pack at the end. Yeah, it's not worth it for me to click through all that. Anyway, run it back! They cheated, clearly. Clearly, dude. Ivor. Alright, we got the Psychic one this time. And let's see what the packs give us. I feel like the Psychic one's got a better draw engine. Fire Breather. Ice Cream, okay. Work with an Ice Cream. Got a Dizzying Valley. I think that kind of synergizes with our deck. Don't we confuse in some way? Got another Mimikyu. The Bramble Gas is what confuses. I don't know if we have that or not. I guess we'll see here in a second. Always throw in the Sacred Charm, okay. But no heavy hitters here. Okay. Well, let's see what we can do. Meloetta. Deal 120 from one of your bench Psychic. That'd be spicy. Or it might just be too spicy. And not actually worth it. We have Bramble Gas, but no Bramblin. Classic. Unironically, Pip was kind of a good call for supports. Actually kind of sick. But also, Mimikyu has Call for Family, and we pulled an extra 2 of those? Yeah. That's way better. Discard 2 energy to most buff. This does 60 damage to each to 2 your opponent. So it's 60 Slate 2. Interesting. Wondrous Patch won't work on him, though. That's the thing. Drayton. Switch, Ultra Ball. I think we cut 1 Zacian. I think we go down to 2. I think we keep as many Mimikyus as possible and try to start this with Call for Family. And try to just fill our bench with Alchemy, right? We could definitely go down in Psychic Energy. We do not need this much. Is there anything else we would want to add in? Is there... No, because the Zacian only has 130. Literally, even the Flygon takes him out. So nothing's tanking a hit here, really. Really. I think we just send this. Sorry we didn't pull like a busted EX chat. That would have been cool. One of these times. We'll speed run through this this iteration of it. I won't be telling my sob story. What's the sewer music? Is this like Rust Syndicate? Missed the snipe you queued too quickly. Well, maybe you should have done better. Alright, we didn't start Mimikyu. Cool. Neat. I'm so escape rope brained, I need to just start putting down my other basics. The mirror! Wait, why would you start the Zacian of all things? It only does 50. I mean, yes, you're gonna get my Milcery, because it's a Milcery, but... Okay. We go... Iris is the Psychic. Wondrous Patch. Psychic. Switch. Get Nate on. You thought you were attacking first, but I was. Because, yeah, we're not doing a whole lot with Alchemy right now. I would like a Lilies. Could you give me one, please? You share that Lilies? Do the Chaos rules where supporters are played for your opponent, too? Alright, now I just top deck boss, right? Right? Zacian, Psychic, Limit Break. Not a whole lot to it. Like I said, though, I like this format. I like, just reminds me of being a kid. Just pulling whatever. The precons get a little... I wish there was less precon. I wish they just gave you, like, a pack of 10 trainers or something, but it wasn't like the precon Pokemon. Um, but it is what it is. I've done old school style pre-releases with friends where we just open 8 packs and just whatever you get's whatever you get, and those are sick. We did it with a Perfect Order, and one of our friends pulled the Mega Zygarde and just demolished the rest of us. It was sick. Just like being a kid again. Yo, Lilies, let's go. We'll do energy there. There we go. Boop. 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 Limit Break. It has any damage counters on it, does 90 more. Okay. It's a whatever attack. Guess they pulled a 1-1 of the Grand Bow and we're like, I gotta put it in, man, it works. Oh. Nighttime. Or no, this is the morning song? It's one of the day transitions. It's been a hot minute since I played this. I need to get back to it. I want to shiny hunt. I need to shiny hunt the swords. I shiny hunted Latios and Latios. I need to shiny hunt the swords. But I kind of told myself I was only going to do that when I was like walking on the treadmill at the same time. Like I was going to try to be a good boy and be physically fit and stuff. Anyway, I do think we win this game, chat. I think we have the advantage here. We just go back and forth, but we got the first attack off. I am, but speaking of more life things, I am trying to exercise and lose a little bit of weight and stuff more, just because, you know, being healthy and stuff. I'm nearly 30, and God, I feel it every day. Are you just biting? That seems incorrect. So I remember shiny hunting Dialga and BDSP. We were up skiing. I spent the time in the cabin just doing resets. Only took me 761. 761 is actually pretty good, because it's what, a full odd shiny, so it's 4096? Or did you get the shiny charm? Does the shiny charm affect Dialga? No, if you were playing BDSP, you would see Dialga before... You would catch Dialga before you had the shiny charm, before you finished the game. So, yeah. You were a quarter faster than average. Shiny hunting in shiny hunting the static legendaries, at least in ZA, is just a matter of running back and forth, because running back and forth spawns and despawns them, and every time it rolls the shiny. So you just run back and forth for, in this case, because they're in the donut dimensions, you run back and forth until the donut dimension timer hits like 1 minute, and then you run over and see if they're shiny in that whole time. And it was actually, it's slightly easier for Latios. Yeah, for Latios. Because he doesn't spawn until you go up an elevator. So you can save at the bottom of the elevator and then just reload the save every time that you take the elevator up and he's not shiny. Latios, you do have to run back and forth on a rooftop. I think Terrakion has a teleporter that you just take back and forth. And then the other two, I think Cobalion's kind of easy. He's just around the corner. And then Verizian's really annoying. He's in like a courtyard inside of a building, so you literally can't see it until you go check at the very end. It's kind of annoying that way. Meanwhile, Shiny hunted Verizian and got full odds, 43-67. Jesus. Yeah, I was not counting for Latios and Latios. Latios took me, I don't know, maybe 2 hours. Was not that long. Are we going second? Yeah, I guess we'll start Milcery, why not? It's only like a couple hours for Latios. Latios was longer. I want to say Latios was like 5 or 6 hours, maybe. There's obviously, it's a lot harder to count like the resets when you're just going back and forth. They're like sort of resets, sort of not. And then you have to factor in, I had to reset donuts in order to roll the type shiny level 3 donuts, so that was another hour to each of those hunts kind of thing. So the whole thing. We don't know this Milcery is surviving, so I'm attaching to Zacian actually before we get too deep into this, and then yeah, we'll just rip the lilies. There's a clarinet that kind of does the ZA leitmotif. It's really good. Obviously that's piano, but you know what I mean, like when it goes kind of like reedy and bassy. Is it a clarinet or is it like an oboe? I don't know music, chat. I'm kind of dumb. We live, which means we'll evolve this to an alchemy. We'll use Brock Scouting for 2 basics, and we'll get cruising here. Other Zacian prize, so we'll just grab, no, not alchemy. Grab 2 Milceries. Still haven't been able to start a Mimikyu. Oh, it's nighttime? Daytime? Fake fan. I don't know the music. Chat, you got me. I'm a LARPer. This does 140, which is not enough to knock out Flygon. But Cutting Wind is enough to knock out me. Cringe! Did not tell you where in the game this is from, but it's bot. I like that this has none of the backing soundtrack. It is just the trumpet solo. Alright, we lose 2 off the Sandy flapping. We do have to worry about decking out here. I think it's worth playing the lilies here, but then probably like slowing the hell down. It feels like taps with no background music. This is weird. Hello? Oh, okay, now we're just doing it with the mute him. So confused. We should skip past this in the soundtrack here. Where are we at? That was not enough. I missed the snipe again? You overestimate my ability to win this game fast. Alright, we just click limit break and win. Let's go! This is going so much better than when we had the Toxtricity. Did win a game with a single Sarah Ledge and no bench, so that was sick. Yeah. Just all on Sarah Ledge. Let it rock. This feels like climax of the game music. I don't know that it is, but it feels like it. Can we start a Mimikyu so we can call for family? Oh my god! Ask and ye shall receive. So we know we're taking Hilda for next turn. Let's just grab another Milcery. And we'll grab one of those Zacians. Now, why does it Grimly to get him the crocodile? What the hell? What the? Rigged. Rigged. Okay. We got a Wondrous Patch for the Zacian. Yo! Nighttime, Battle Zone theme. Let's go. There's a Lokix deck in this format? You mean in the build and battle thing? The pre-thron thing? Because that's where the silly little runaway Lokix is from. It's Phantasmal. And if you're like us and pulled the full art ignition energy from the last pack, then you can do something with it. I feel like I need the exclamation point. Like, oh. I accidentally just changed the soundtrack. My bad. Yo, the Mega Sharpedo? Did he pull a 1/1 Carvanha Sharpedo? That's crazy. What do you mean, Sharpedo? I gotta watch out for the Sharpedo. What the? Chat. I think we're cooked. I think we're cooked. I didn't think I had to deal with a Sharpedo. I can't one-shot it, so I'm going to give it the damage counters for its thing. Oh, I should have switched. I should have switched into my other Zacian. Because Greedy Fang does 70 on the nose. Yep. Yep, should have switched. He actually could have tanked a hit. It's okay, I'm just going to boss stall him. Why is he hitting everything off his Grimsleys? This guy's got the deck I wanted. What the? I think we're cooked, chat. I think we're hella cooked. You know what? We're not gonna play this one out. There's no gusting in this format. I said concede. Okay. No gusting in this format, and I am not gonna knock out that that Sharpedo in 3 turns or 2 turns. It'd take me 3, but he only had 2 prizes left. Yo, hey, fuck you! What's this guy stream sniping? What the hell? What the hell? Mod, ban him. Mod, send him to the Shadow Realm. Mods. No, I was about to say kick his puppy, but your dog's actually very cute. I'm not going to have him do that. Alright, I can work with that. I can work with that. Do we just say that's a lost cause? We do enough for the Sarah Ledge. It's 140. He's scared. He's scared. He doesn't trust the process. Alright, we top deck is Zacian. So if Drayton hits us Ultra Ball and a Pokemon, then we can KO the Shark Death. It did not. French intensifies. Wow, all in on that, huh? Just 4 fire energy and a dream. Hate to say it, think you're cooked. Think you're cooked. L chat member. What is that sound that keeps happening? Do you guys hear that? Like a xylophone sting? I am befuddled. Boss that shark at, which is totally a thing I can do in this format. But anyway, yeah, you're cooked. You're dead, kid. You're bad. It limit breaks. Limit breaking you like it's Final Fantasy VII. Really annoying that I have to click one of the prizes to take when I already know I hit a win con. GG, don't be polite. Don't be polite. What is this? Oh yeah, there's my token back because that was my 3rd win. Nestle Life? Corporate sponsor? What the? Paid shill? You're correct. It did turn on my Zacian. That was... The Zacian being on after 1 KO is one of those things where it's like, this isn't supposed to be how this works, but we start with 4 prizes. It's the same thing if you played any of the Chaos Rising build and battle format. Red card turns on after the first KO. Lilies for 6 feels bad. Hey, you have no right to complain. They used to just give us, like, the draw 3 supporter in the kits. It used to be like, you get Nimona, draw 3, and if you're lucky, your kit has 2 Nimonas, and not 1. So. The Power Pro? What the? You gonna try to find a second Power Pro? Sir? Oh wait, he doesn't need it because he poisons me and I die to the poison. What the? Yo, buddy, calm down. What the hell? It's okay though, we have the return KO because we top deck an energy and that's all we needed because now we can Brox for 2 basics. Fuck you. And, you don't have a fighting patch, so you're taking the next turn off, buddy. And I'm hitting you again for 120 next time. So take that, Power Pro guy. Corporate sponsor Nestle. Sweet circle. Get sweet circled. Nerd. Have a sweet circle. What is that sound? I'm losing my goddamn mind. What is that? Is that from the game? I thought I had sound effects off. Yeah. What does that sound? Is somebody doing something in the stream? I don't have a redemption or anything. Not in the music, is it? There's no way. So confused, chat. Losing my mind. Nope, I just full screened my window. Damn it! Alright, we should, barring any shenanigans, be able to take a KO here. It's the sound of the sweet circle being sweet. Well, that's why I was like, am I using an attack? Like, did they have sound effects for fairy types now? But then I was like, all the sound effects are off. I don't know, my face cam might be covering it. Music and sound are at 0. There's somebody just in Lumio City just playing a xylophone, just madly. Just following you around with a little stylophone. This could be bad. This could be bad. Because we have no way of one-shotting a Flygon. Oh, you know, chat, if we had put in... Wait, hang on a minute. Is there a second screen to the deck builder I'm missing? Because didn't we pull the amulet thing that would give us more health? Or, like, less damage from their thing? Is there just a second screen that I'm missing to that builder? That's why I'm like, it's inferior to playing in person. Anyway, we lose. We just concede there. Am I missing something? Am I stupid? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Completed. Collect rewards. I'm just gonna hit collect all again. I know it means our packs get ripped, but I don't want to sit here through all of the 40 that we already opened together. It doesn't look like there was anything even remotely fun in it anyway. Alright, run it back. Let's do one more. I think we need one more. And we'll figure out this builder thing, because I feel like... Also, we missed the Ignition Energy in my first deck, which we could have done. Alright, we got the Flygon one this time. We'll get good variety. Let's rock some packs. And hope for some good shit. Anything? Hello? We opened 12 packs and got no EXs. What the hell? This boat sucks. Anyway, edit deck. Card library Pokemon. Is there a way to do... Oh, it's just when I click over to the trainers and stuff that they show? Oh, okay. 3 punk elements for our not dark deck. Sick. Yeah, guess I just missed that. Whatever. Is there even any reason to change this deck? Because we pulled nothing. No, that's just bad. With only one Tauros, that's just bad. I do like that little deck as a nice little rogue deck, but I think we just run this unedited because we pulled nothing! What the hell, dude? 3 of these and not a single EX to, like, change the deck around? That's so lame. Like, I would have taken a mid-EX. I would have taken, what's a bad EX from Phantasmal? I would have taken even just the Oricorio without the Charizard. Just for something. I know we got the Lopunny from, like, the pack afterwards, but we couldn't use that in the deck. I do want to go first. There's zero reason in this one to go second. So, sick opening hand. Okay, that's a lot of fire energy. I wonder what deck they're playing. "12 mulligans? Do they just have one Ceruledge? What the fuck? Wait, what the fuck? 12 mulligans. You know what? Because we have Lilies, so we know we can't deck out, we can always shuffle our hand back in. We are taking all 12 of those mulligans. Why not, dude? Why not? It's the meta! It's real! Believe in it! Never miss an energy attach. Yeah, you're never not going to have 4 in your hand to do that thing. Come on, click the finish your setup button. I want to take my 12. We leveled up. Yes, I would like to take 12. It's so dumb. I guess we'll gong for another basic. For another trappage, yeah. And then we'll just Dusk Ball and see what we get. Alright, we got 2 candies and 2 trap inches for next or Flygons for next turn. To mill, we've got 2 power pros, so we can do 110 plus poison with the poison ring. Not that we really need to, but yeah. I feel like they might edit their deck after this. If they're even playing, please play the video game, card game, the game. Just went to itch my eye. Okay, we win. Went to itch my eye. My glasses were in my way. I know what I'm doing. Power Pro. Poison Ring. And that strategy really worked out for you, man. Smudging my glasses now because I just straight into them. Alright, on to the next one. Can you imagine if we were playing that in person, though, and they just did that? First of all, you can't mulligan 12 times in person. We have what we call a judge ball, where the judge of the competition literally comes over and forces progression. They just reveal cards from your deck until they find a basic. I will go first, thank you. That's a lot of trap inches. Alright, well, we got a Flygon Rokadi for next turn, but that's about it. We'll see what happens otherwise. Let it ride! Man, Pokemon Legends ZA is good, so good. I hope they make France into a real place. That's a lot of fire energy for a Chacho. Sandy flapping. We like seeing Hilda Ceruledge, because it's literally half their way to get Ceruledge next turn. Assuming they're not just sitting on one in their hand. Oh, they had the Hilda in hand. Alright, now we hope we just mill all of their energy retrievals. That's about all we got. Yo, the 2 energy retrieval, let's go! That's what we needed! So you're saying there's a chance? I think it only gives you 3, right? So that's it? That's what they got? He gives you 4? Good lord, they made this thing busted. Hello? Some guy who designed the Alakazam pre-release kit designed the Ceruledge one, apparently. Hip returned, yes. So the question was, how hard is it to get back into doing tournaments? If I get back into VGC, is it easy to do in-person stuff? Very good question. It's infinitely... There's a lot more stores and stuff that will hold TCG competitions, because it's the more popular thing. Anyway, we do win, because they didn't have another guy. They didn't have another Charcadet. So we just Poison Ring now. But yeah, there's a lot more stores that do that. So for context around me, there's probably half a dozen stores in an hour's drive that do TCG. There's one I know that does VGC. That said, Pokemon does have an event finder on their site that you can use to try to find that stuff. It's the summer break right now, so results may vary on if places are actually holding things, or if they're not doing anything over the summer, if they're just doing friendly stuff. That would be one to kind of shop around on the internet for. And, yeah, look at the event finder on Pokemon. Check the game shops, like, Facebook pages and stuff. It's usually pretty good. Sometimes they'll have Discord invites on their websites or whatever. That's probably the best way to do it. Um, that said, I mean, with Pokemon Champions, it's stupid easy, right? You just show up with your Switch and a Champions team and just play. Um, so it's, you know, way easier in that sense. Oh yeah, I forgot I have volume controls on this thing. Huh. I hit it by accident when I was... Dusk. I mean, we're going to play Dawns. We're going to get a Flygon, so we'll get a Gligar here. Oh, wait, we can knock out the Power Pro, right? Because this is before weakness, and they're weak. Oh, yeah. That's gross. Well, assuming we flip the heads. But all we have to do is flip one heads. Let it ride! Ashwin Gaming with the Prime sub. Thank you, sir. Easy peasy. We had 2 anyway. We're doing 100. We didn't need that. Y'all ever take a nap so good you forget everything? Good morning. Good morning, First Dog. Although, unless you have had a... Stop with the xylophone! What is that? God! Chat, do you hear the xylophone? Did you hear that? I'm gonna look at the VOD afterwards. Is this my headphones? Is that the headphones do that? Are they like low on battery and they make a little xylophone sound? I'm losing my goddamn mind. Anyway, time to scam. Get scammed, nerd. I had rare candy in my hand the whole time. Double scouting. What xylophone? I only hear sax. Yep. Man, I'm... Oh, crazy. Taking crazy pills. Get scammed! Another rare candy Flygon. It comes across on stream, so I don't know if it would be your headphones. Not sure that would get picked up. So you are hearing it, okay? I'm not going crazy. Definitely nothing crazy about a man yelling, "Do you guys hear a xylophone?" It's a very normal action. Also, we're back to like the lone instruments portion of the soundtrack. We're just gonna skip ahead. Alan, we are so fucked. Cutting wind! More like breaking wind, am I right? Cause fart joke? Toilet humor? Haha. Funny? Right? This is a thing that people do and enjoy? Alright. They can kind of dance around it, but I don't think they're going to be able to take 4 prizes before we take 1, so I think we're okay here. Oh, okay. Fuck that soundtrack, I guess. Hello? All over the place. Okay, there's the concede. I was like, we're going to play it out, because I have no idea what they might have pulled from their packs and stuff, but... We got one more? Oh no, we've only played 3. We've just won all 3 of them. Yo, Flygon busted, kinda. Me on the piano. Naveen on the piano in the corner as I take out the Rogue Mega Evolution. Sir? Sir? Hello? Well, people just be playing anything. What the? Grab one Broad Bravo. We do want to try to hit like a rare candy. That'd be Sicko. Sicko mode. Sick nasty. But we might just have to work the lilies and see if we get that. So we'll get the High Bravo for the guy in the back. Let's go. I have no idea what this music is from. Maybe from like the whatchamacallit, the multiplayer like lobby or something. It feels like it could be. But oh, I'm just gonna play my judge and oh right. Okay, he pulled a Zacian and a Wonder Patch and was like, yeah, fuck it, we ball. Sure. Excuse me. Not the rare candy. We don't attach yet until we figure out what the hell we're doing this turn. So let's... Rare candy, but no Flygon. Okay. We do this. We double Premium Power Pro, and we flip one heads, and we knock out the Charcadet. It's just that easy, chat! Just lilies into your 2 ofs. Flygon deck, low-key the GOAT. Actually, not even low-key. Low-key, high-key. Cool. This is what the kids say, right? I'm hip with it. Would have been sick if we top-decked a Flygon. We still go for the double headbutt. Oh my god, Trapinch, you're the GOAT. Look at him go! There is a shocking amount of psychic energy in this deck for playing one Zacian, presumably. Very meaningful damage, yes. People are saying this is the most bigly damage they've ever seen. Hilda, that's Flygon, we win! Oh, he wouldn't even let me use Sandy Flapping. What the hell? Judge. He wouldn't let me be BM. One more. Can we go undefeated with the Flygon? Literally unchanged Flygon deck, too. Because we pulled jack shit the stream. This is end of the game music for sure. This is definitely Final Fight kind of music here. Alright, we got Gligar, Gliscor to start. Not bad. This is not Final Fight music. Good thing we got that 20 damage. You're right, you're right. Double headbutt. Is there 20 damage gonna matter? You only got 10. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be the deciding factor. Alright, we held it for Flygon. We Dusk Ball and hit a Trapinch. Or a Vibrava. Could've been cool. Could've been cool, game. They're gonna go Rare Candy, Flygon, Fighting Energy, and just nay on us. Nope. Nope. That wasn't supposed to be a prophecy, it was supposed to be a joke. Supposed to be a joke. A hot funny joke. Yeah, joke. Huh? Huh? Oh. Alright, we do need to find another basic here, though. Interesting to let their Trapinch die to poison, so that I get to now poison the next guy who comes up. That was not very heads-up gaming of them. Power Pro works, yeah. I was like, this does mean that they can't set up their own Gliscor, so we take those. Again, why'd you let the Trapinch die? Could have avoided that, but, you know. I'd like a Fighting Gong, please. Not just a Gliscor in a dream. It's okay, they're milling our deck closer to a Trapinch. Not that. They got Switch Fighting Energy, we are sad. They don't have the Switch. We get one more turn. Nope. We get 2 more turns because we're gonna pass. Yes. Because we lose if we KO this Vibrava. We hope that they don't have a Fighting Energy for the retreat. Dawn is not a Fighting Energy. You ever just pass the stall? That's what we did. Dawn is not a Fighting Energy. Dawn does allow them to play more of the game. Not a Fighting Energy. No! My boy! My little sand boy. I need him. Oh, I don't want to Lilies his whole hand away. But we have to. No! It didn't even do anything! It's fine. We get Dawn next turn. We just need to find the candy again. That's the hard part. And also, them not top deck a Fighting Energy here, which is... Or the Switch. Yeah. I was like, that's very unlikely. No! Curses! My sad boy! Unlucky. I mean, that's just the build battle format, right? It's like 95% luck. Also luck in what you pulled, which in our case was nothing. But yeah. Let's see these end of the things End of the thing rewards. Am I only doing PFL? It only allows you to do one. It's like it's one set for a week. So right now it's Phantasmal. Yeah, really nothing except the Flygon promo. Oh, got a full art battle cage. I've already had a playset of those, obviously. Yeah, damn, dude, what's with the EX is just hiding from us? Hello? Hit collect rewards. Okay. All right. Let's call it there. Yeah, you can see when you go to the build and battle tab, it's just this Phantasmal kind of thing there. All right. Oh god, my level 22. It's actually leveled like 422. I've prestiged like a dozen times. There's just no way to show it on your profile. It's so weird. Yeah. So here, actually, if I hide my face cam, that is why I was not worried about us running out of currency in the game. In case you were curious. Got just a couple credits. 1.3 mil, just a cool casual 1.3 mil, and 19 build and battle credits because they gave you 10 when the thing came out, and then I've scanned in like 7 build and battle kits. No, that's that in a trust fund. Seriously, it's so funny that like you can't craft the new like fancy stuff either anymore. So I'm just like, what do I craft this on? The battle pass, the sets have been 80 cards. The battle pass gives me everything, like play sets of everything I could want, and I'm just like, well, I could use like another SIR of like, you know, whatever, and to like, you know, make the deck match. Like, oh, I could use another full art Beedrill to make like 4 Beedrills match, but I can't craft it. So it's like, okay, sure. But yeah. Oh yeah, build and battle too probably gives you a ton of credits and stuff. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. First stream back, as I mentioned earlier, if you weren't here for it, it's not going to be the last. We're not going to go on another 10-month hiatus unless life really decides to just Tanya Harding me in the knees. We'll be getting to some more fun stuff, some new playthroughs, some returning stuff. That Finish Game Friday, where I just throw you straight into the deep end of a game that you have no idea what the fuck I'm doing in it. Yeah, we're just gonna hang. We're just gonna try to get back to streaming and stuff. Especially, like I said, Espresso's got a job, and I'm bored and lonely at home because I like my partner, but they're not here. So cringe and gay and all that. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Good news. This was kind of a test of this chair. I haven't really sat in the desk for like extended periods of time. 2 hours, no back pain. We take those. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna call it there. Not really, you know, just coming back to streaming, so I'm not sure if I really want to do like a whole raid out thing. So, I'll leave you with your Friday. Maybe a stream this weekend, maybe not. Kind of play it by ear. That's kind of just how it's gonna be for the channel. Like I said, not really doing any kind of schedule or anything. So, best way to know when I go live is drop a follow. You'll see me on your front page of Twitch. You have notifications on, you'll get my little notifications. If you are more of a Discord person, I post in my Discord, so you can find that link somewhere in the description around here, on my channel description. I do post there when I go live too, little at everyone. If that annoys you, you can mute that, just hang out and lurk. Life is your oyster. And if you don't like seafood, life is your other thing that has precious materials inside of it. Life is your geode. And if you're allergic to rocks or they give off bad vibes or something, then I don't know, man. Find another analogy. But yeah. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Enjoy your weekend. I will catch you next time, guys.